So welcome back everyone, my name is Echo and I hope you're having an absolutely fantastic day. In today's Minecraft video, we're back on Minecraft Pocket Edition, the Bedrock version, for a brand new beta. This is the beta version 1.18.0.22. It is available for Android, Windows 10 and Xbox. Here is the official confirmation from Jay Wells, Megaspud, Community Manager. The hills are alive with the sound of ... Check out the changelog for today's beta. If you want it, the changelog is down below. So today is a very good day for the Minecraft Bedrock community because in this version, we actually have the introduction of the deep dark blocks. Even more skulk blocks have been introduced, but also in today's video, we say goodbye to a very OG feature for Minecraft Pocket Edition. So I've taken the time to set up this world so you understand every single feature that has been introduced. All you need to do is sit back, relax, and if you could leave a like, I do appreciate it. Let's get into this. Highlights in this beta. They have added new music tracks to the game. If you didn't see my video yesterday, don't worry, I'm gonna play it again. FYI, the color palette is broken in this week's beta. Look at the color of it in my hand. Gets even more interesting. Let's look at the redstone dust in my hand. Yeah, so the color is slightly broken for items this week. Yeah, don't worry about that. But anyway, this is a brand new music disc. It's called Otherside. It is also created by Lena Raine. I'm gonna play it. All you gotta do is listen. So I know for a fact you enjoyed that. It's absolutely incredible. I'll explain all the details about where you can find it a little bit further down. Alrighty, so this is just a message that they left in the feedback page or the changelog saying, please note, these will not be included in the main 1.18 release, but are being included as experiments so that we can continue to develop these features and gather your feedback. That's not in regards to the music, by the way. It's about what I'm about to show you now. It then goes on to say they have moved goat horn and skulk blocks behind the toggle. Please enable the toggle to test these work in progress features in your worlds. So yeah, not high hopes for this. It was an implemented feature a long time ago, the goat horn. Of course, as you know, when you weirdly enough eat this, it does like the raid sound. But this is not going to make it in 1.18, and there was no reveal or announcement in regards to this being in the wild update, but I do have another video about this coming very, very soon. It then goes on to say, removed old world type from the world creation screen. And then it says, existing worlds will still be playable. In case you don't know what I'm talking about, let me show you. So you know, when you're creating a brand new world, you create new. There's a couple of different options here. Infinite, right? Which is your ordinary worlds. And then you have flat. There used to be an old world type, which was available on Minecraft Pocket Edition. It was like a certain sized world. They've got rid of it. They've literally got rid of it. I have no idea why they've done this. The only thing I could think of is just to try and save game memory space or something along those lines. Sad to see it, but this OG feature has gone. Also, what I do want to remind you as well, check this out, right? They've actually done some changes inside of video. So if we go down here, right, I can drop my render distance all the way to 5. It goes up 1 by 1 now, all the way up to 96 chunks for me. If you're in the latest beta, tell me, how many chunks can you go to? But yeah, that's also been changed. Then the developers said, please remember to report and update any crucial bugs you found in the game so far, so we can get these reviewed before the release. So release is coming very, very soon. Let's hope that they fix the color of those. All right, it says experiments. It says here, added new vanilla experiments, experimental toggle for skulk sensor and goat horn. If we go to settings, whenever you want to check out these features, of course, make sure you back up your worlds. But we've now got a new experiment. They're starting to add up. This one's called Vanilla Experiments. If you want the goat horn, if you want the skulk, you are going to have to enable this now. It says you will need to enable the Vanilla Experiments toggle in your worlds to use these features, which is literally what I just said. It says, when converting a really old world to caves and cliffs experimental directly, we now place the new terrain below 0 height. I got a bug report for you here. Subchunks Y0 to -64 failed to generate after a certain distance. Now, this dude, I believe, had a world from the old console edition. He says, I have fully explored world from Legacy Console Edition. Shout out to him, by the way, being an OG. And this was what his world looked like when converting it from Legacy Console Edition to the Bedrock version. As you know, it's meant to update the Bedrock chunks. So you're going to have the deep slate caves, etc. That didn't happen. So this should now happen if you go directly from Legacy Console Worlds to this. Who knew that this... Yo, shout out to him, man. It's good to see people still rocking the old Console Edition worlds. And yes, we do have the deep dark blocks. They have been added. Now, before I go through these, we do have a message from one of the developers. Let me show you it. This is coming from King B-Dogs. He is working on the Deep Dark and the Warden himself. Surprise! New Bedrock beta with all skulk blocks. These will not be in 1.18, of course, but we wanted people to be able to test it sooner than next year, which is a pretty cool addition. Some things are unfinished compared to Java, like no fog for the darkness effect. Plush streakers only work with a redstone signal or stepping inside of skulk sensor vibrations. He also said, and also skulk spreading is a fixed amount at the moment instead of relative to XP. This will change to the live version eventually. So take what I'm showing you with a pinch of salt. But yeah, first iteration of the Deep Dark. We have the Skulk, we have the Skulk Vein, we have the Skulk Catalyst, we have the Skulk Shrieker, and of course, this has already been available in the game for quite some time. Let's start off with this. These. So they do have a pretty cool sound, which is cool that the sounds are already available. You got the Veins too. These are also available. We have the Catalyst. I don't think this does anything right now. Previously, when you stood on this, it would do like a vibration. So I don't think that's fully active right now. I could be wrong, though. I don't think it's fully active. We do have this. Now, we do have a deep dark effect, by the way. So if I do / effect at P, and we do darkness, we do have the darkness effect here. Obviously, it's early stages and not that great. But this right here is meant to give me like some kind of weird effect. Now, he said it only works with redstone-related features, right? Like, so I tried this, I tried a lever, I tried a button. Maybe I'm doing this wrong, and maybe it's just me. Oh, we still got this crazy effect going on right there. The darkness side of it. Yo, look at that little swirl. That's actually really cool. Okay, it looks like the jigsaw swirl. That's pretty creepy. And I tried to reactivate it. It just didn't work. It just didn't work at all. So we will go to a brand new world so I can show you what this does. But before we do that, though, let's get a / game mode S. / clear these real quick. Something I do want to show you is that if you have 2 of these, so Skulk and this will give you XP. So we place down a bunch of these, we have this, and we mine them. It currently does have like a fixed XP, and this can also come from here. Now, during Minecraft Live, what would happen is if a mob was to die close to like the veins, close to this right here, the XP would be absorbed from the mob into that. But now, like, for now, it's just available inside of these blocks. But yeah, it gives you a lot of XP to be fair. So yeah, like, they're the main ones that will give you. This one's obviously the best one for the XP because it's just really easy to break with a hoe. But let's go to a different world and let me show you the Shrieker in a little bit more detail. But it's nice to see these. I imagine they'll be in Java Snapshot next week. So this was pretty easy to work with. You place it, you stand on it, and you get this really weird thing happening. Now, you're meant to get darkness, which we did get darkness, which is available for 12 seconds. Of course, fog, yes, is coming to Minecraft Bedrock Edition. But after it's done it once, I can't get the animation to happen again. So maybe it's a bug, maybe it's not. Maybe I have no idea what's going on. But it's a nice touch. Doesn't matter if you do a new one. It just doesn't seem to work. As always, feel free to mess around with them. See if you can find anything that I couldn't find about them. Let's move on to the next thing. This is non-experimental features and bug fixes. Added new music by Lena Raine and Kumi Taniako. I don't know how to say that name, so I apologize. To the overworld when playing in survival mode and to the main menu. So there is new main menu music as well, which I think is called Wending. So feel free to have a listen to that. It says, please note, mobile players will need to download the updated music pack from the marketplace. So for those on iOS, obviously you don't have beta, but on Android, you're going to go to marketplace. And if I remember correctly, you need to do this on the main page, and it should be at the bottom for you. Unfortunately, on Windows 10 or Xbox, it's not visible, but that's where it should be. Now it says, added new music disc, Lena Raine, titled Otherside. This can be found rarely in Stronghold corridor chests, or much more rarely in dungeon chests. I did a bunch of testing on Java yesterday, and I couldn't find it at all from 2 or 3 different strongholds, so it is quite a rare feature. Old world type, F's in chat. Removed old world type option from create new world screen. They have also locked old worlds to the base game version 1.17.40. So after 1.17.40, you will not be able to create an old world type anymore, so enjoy it while you can. Existing old world types will still be playable, but will not be updated with the 1.18 features. That's sad. Moving on to blocks. This is actually still a bug in the game, by the way. Campfires no longer drop only 1 charcoal when broken by piston or an explosion, instead dropping 2 units as expected. So campfires, piston, lever, break it. You now get 1, 2 every single time, I believe, as well. So yeah, this is actually classed as a parity feature. Yeah, this was reported, and we should have 4 there, yeah. It's now been fixed. Moving on, light blocks will now survive a TNT or creeper explosion. And that's referring to this. I'm not even going to use a creeper, but look at the creeper spawn egg. It's green in my inventory, but it's not when I'm holding it. So let's grab some TNT. Let's grab some flint, and let's do some boom boom. So we'll place this down. We'll do like this, so that. We'll do this down. We'll place this, and we'll hold this. And light block, like the barrier block, does not get destroyed. Feature placement. Glow lichen, glow lichen, no longer generates at the bottom of the ocean. There is also a bug report for this, but basically, you're not... Ow, don't ruin my video. You're not going to see this everywhere in the bottom of oceans. I kind of like that, though, to be fair. It says here, strongholds can no longer generate mid-air in large caves. So basically just floating. Hopefully this doesn't ruin the ravine-styled ones, though, because they're pretty cool. Underwater magma feature are now placed on surfaces underwater to allow exploration of underwater caves and aquifers, and there is a bug report. I may as well show you both of the bug reports. Glow lichen generates at the bottom of the ocean. Couple of pictures here, here, and here. We've all seen that happening, so that's no longer going to happen anymore. And then we've got this one as well, which is magma blocks. Doesn't generate at the bottom of underwater caves. So, new update features. We were not getting any magma. And to be honest, on Java Edition, the magma blocks are quite frequent. They said in last week's beta, or maybe the beta before that, they fixed this for Bedrock. It's still not as common as it should be, but apparently it's been fixed. Glow lichen no longer generates above ground in Bedrock, so you're not going to see these bopping around like you did previously. Very similar to vines with lush caves. That's now been fixed. Village buildings now carve less terrain around them when placed. So basically, whenever a village was generated, let's say it generated all the way up there in the hills, it would take away the whole entire hill, and it wouldn't really fit very well. So now that's less likely to happen, and they're more likely to spawn like more naturally. It's probably the best way to explain it. I've seen this on both Bedrock and Java, and the villages literally just spawn anywhere, and they literally just destroy everything in their path. The next one here is added feature placement distribution triangle and hanged all features that used Gaussian distribution now use triangle. Honestly, I have no idea what this means. If anybody could explain it, please tell me in the comments section. Alrighty, gameplay changes. Fixed structure void block forcing players to spawn above ground if they left in a cave filled with those blocks. Fixed bug where players could create an X-ray vision effect when inside a block below y equals 0. Yo, who's cheating right now? That's now been fixed. New random generator used for overworld generation. Fire charge is not consumed anymore when used on lit candles, candle cakes, campfires, activated nether portals, or on other blocks that are already on fire. So we have a fire charge here in a / game mode S. So they're already lit. We try and do it. It doesn't consume it. Do it on this one. Doesn't consume it. Campfire's already lit. It doesn't consume it. Portal's already lit. It doesn't consume it. There's already fire here. It doesn't consume it. But if I was to do it on this, it does get consumed. So, yep. I believe that's a slight parity change as well. It's just to stop items being used when they shouldn't be used. General changes. Fixed issue where weather was not affecting or affected by blocks above y equals 255. Improved the error message in the play screen when Microsoft account permissions are set to block multiplayer. Fixed an issue causing paintings to break and drop when loading into worlds and marketplace templates. I had this issue before. It's super annoying. Vanilla parity, raid boss bars now decrease whenever raiders, I think it takes damage. Let me try and find, well, not a dead village, an ordinary village. See what this is like. So as you know, we have the change with the raid bar being red, which was a Java Parity not long ago. This is to do with when a raider takes damage now, it should decrease. So I did hear the sounds in this direction. Let's just find them real quick. Here you go, over here. So, yeah, they're taking damage right there. Yo, he's a perfect example. Coming in from this guy. Where's the rest of these at? All right, so there's another one. There's a couple over here. Let's hit him. Although my raid bar has now disappeared. There you go. He's taking damage. He's died. So, they lose. You hit them once. they lose damage, and then you hit them again, and obviously they die. Hit them once. So you can't see it, because apparently I'm not in the range of this. There is quite a few bugs in this week's beta, but basically whenever a raider, pillager, or anything like that takes damage, they will begin to, the raid bar will begin to drop down. Next up, villages. Villages will keep following their schedules in worlds that have been ticking for a very long time, and when the game time is negative. We got a bug report. This was actually reported back in 2020, August to be specific. Villages stopped working and sleeping in worlds a few years old. So if you've had your world for a very long time, they literally stop working. It's like, all right, I've worked enough years, I'm out. But yeah, obviously that's now been fixed. Graphical fixed a visual glitch where taking a plant from a flower pot would result in the plant still being rendered. Mobs. The riding position of llama no longer shifts after being tamed. Fixed an issue preventing tropical fish from spawning in lukewarm oceans. Let's get into everybody's favorite, performance and stability. And there it is. Fixed several crashes that could occur during gameplay. That's when you're playing Minecraft and your game just crashes and you're like, wait, what? Why? Yeah, that's those. Fixed crash when loading certain level chunks. Optimized the generation of ores in the world. This is to do with, like, obviously how many ores we now have, which is a lot. Fixed a crash that could occur when going through portals with tamed pets. Fixed a soft lock that could sometimes occur when attempting to generate a world from a bad template. User interface. References to Xbox Live have been changed to Xbox. Technical updates. The /clone command has been updated to properly check for overlapping source and destination areas, no longer allowing for a 1 block depth overlap on each axis. This can continue to be overridden via the force clone options. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is all this week's beta. The main features being 1.19 features, chat. We now have deep dark blocks introduced to the game. If you made it to the end, you are the MVP. And just leave a comment saying, hey, Echo, that's a very nice chicken. I love you all. Have a great day. Chainsaws down below. And I'll see you all next week for hopefully a brand new beta. Goodbye.